So it looks like Diddy's sons are not here for Ray J's recent comments about Diddy. They tried to jump him at a Halloween party, and girl, when I tell y'all that it quickly turned messy, I'm not even joking. This all happened after Ray J's recent criticism of Diddy, who's currently jailed on serious charges, including racketeering and other shady stuff. Now, you'd think that his sons would keep their heads down and try to ride out the waves, but they're out here running it up and trying to catch a fade with anyone who speaks on their daddy. But hold up, because the streets are saying that there's more to the situation because Ray J allegedly has dirt on Diddy, and that's the real reason he got jumped. Girl, this is about to be a hot mess, so let's break this down. If you're wondering why Diddy's sons would jump Ray J when a lot of people have been talking about their father, it's because Ray J and Diddy used to be tight, collaborating on projects and showing up at events together, but things have changed big time, and it's all because of Diddy's legal troubles. At first, Ray J was all about defending Diddy. Back in April, when the news first broke, Ray J kept things neutral. He wasn't trying to stir up any drama. But as Diddy's legal problems got worse, Ray J's attitude did a complete 180. He started talking about Diddy on social media, and he wasn't just taking little jabs either. He was straight up coming for him hard and criticizing him.
Is Diddy all there is? Is this what represents hip-hop? This is what represents hip-hop in its entirety. That's not true. Do you forgive somebody for taking somebody's ass? There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil and lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? Ha 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 ha. That was funny, fam. Now what? I don't use baby oil. Lube sometimes makes it better. Should I come out with Ray Y Jelly and do some kind of like skit and say, KY just gave me a deal. Ray Y Jelly, I got 1,000 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ray Y. That funny to you? It's not to me. Because there's a victim out there that has been caught up in something that has affected their lives. And if it has something to do with that, or it has something to do with any other products or any other thing you're hearing about, it's distasteful.
Social media blew up with reactions to Ray J's comments. Folks were shocked to see him flip like that. It's one thing to distance yourself from someone in trouble, but Ray J took it to a whole nother level, and this didn't sit well with Diddy's sons. They saw Ray J's new attitude as a straight up betrayal. Ray J's switch from Diddy's friend to his critic has caused a lot of drama. It's not just about the comments themselves, but what they represent. It's the entertainment world. Loyalty is a big deal. When someone like Ray J starts talking smack about a former friend, especially one as powerful as Diddy, it's bound to cause problems. This whole situation set the stage for what went down at a Halloween party. Ray J's comments heated Diddy's sons' emotions, and they were looking for a chance to confront him. The party just happened to be where everything came to a head. The drama went down at influencer Tara Electra's Halloween party in Los Angeles. Ray J showed up with Amber Rose and his manager, David Weintraub. Diddy's sons Quincy, Christian, and Justin were there too. Everything seemed cool during the party, but when it was time to leave, things got really messy. As people were heading out, Diddy's boys decided it was time to confront Ray J. They cornered him in the parking lot, and witnesses said it got aggressive fast because they got in Ray J's face and things were about to pop off. The craziest part is that this wasn't the first time they tried to jump him. According to Ray J, the boys tried to jump him along with 8 of their friends a while ago.
Older homies, they talking about the Combses tried to rush you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They tried to rush you in Miami?
In LA.
Where?
Bro, you know I'm not gonna call y'all because this could go somewhere else. And I'm like, you know, at the club, dog.
But you didn't have Donut then with you?
I ain't had nobody with me, dog.
So how many of them was it? 2, 3? What?
I don't know, like 8.
Oh, so it was them and 8 and they tried to rush you for real.
So the Halloween party event was another chance for them to take a swing at him. Child, they were mad. Hazel E., who saw it all go down, described the scene, and according to her, she was scared that someone would get shot.
It ensued at the end of the party when we were trying to exit the building, actually. I honestly just saw like Christian, Justin, Quincy kind of start circling Ray a little bit. Words were exchanged. Things started getting heated. I don't want it to really like get to this level. So out of nowhere, Chris Brown hops out the car like a freaking leprechaun out of the magically delicious sky. And like, honestly, he started breaking it up. I tried to talk to Quincy, Christian, get their stance on it and let them know that this wasn't the time and the place.
It's clear that Diddy's sons weren't playing around. They came with numbers and they came with attitude. They wanted to send a message to Ray J about his recent comments, and they chose to do it in a way that was meant to intimidate and threaten. Just when it looked like fists were about to fly, Chris Brown stepped into the situation and diffused it. According to reports, Chris Brown was chilling in his car nearby when he noticed the commotion in the parking lot. He saw Ray J surrounded by Diddy's sons and their crew, and things were getting heated fast. So he jumped out of his ride and rushed over to break things up. Chris's sudden appearance caught everyone off guard. Nobody expected him to show up, let alone play peacemaker. But there he was, right in the middle of the drama, trying to calm everyone down. Working with Ray J's manager, Chris started separating the two groups. He talked to both sides, trying to cool things off before they got worse, and Hazel E. credited Chris with this.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like if Chris wasn't like the bigger voice of reason in that moment, I don't think anything that any of us were saying would have toned the situation down. So honestly, yeah, Chris really did help the situation. I don't know when Chris became the big homie. You know what I'm saying? After, we're just trying to get Ray calmed down, because at this point he feels like he got pressed by the Combs kids. And he's like, you know, a grown man OG from LA. He feels like they in his city, you know what I'm saying? So his emotions were definitely high, running rampant.
I'm not gonna lie, Chris Brown's actions that night showed a different side of him. People were surprised to see him step up like that, taking charge and calming things down. It's not the kind of thing you'd expect from him because, well, he's known for being something of a hothead himself, and I can't even count how many times he has been in trouble for getting into fights and jumping people. So to see him breaking up fights is kind of a welcome change. But hey, he has been on a redemption path and trying to convince us that he's a better person now, so maybe he's right about that. But wait, there's more. It turns out that there had been beef brewing between Ray J and Diddy's sons for a while. Like I said, it wasn't their first confrontation over Ray J's comments about Diddy, and at this point, I think it's safe to say that it's not going to be the last. The Halloween party drama was just the beginning. As soon as people left the parking lot, social media exploded with news of the confrontation. Everyone had something to say about Ray J and Diddy's sons going at it. Ray J didn't stay quiet for long. He jumped on a live session with Nicki Minaj to talk about the incident.
No, we didn't have a fight. We had a big argument right outside the club.
And who started it?
This time, I think I got loud and got aggressive, but it was the third time it's happened. And so I felt like I needed to like stand up for myself. Even though I was talking shit, we was having a lot of crazy words, I was walking that way to avoid the issue. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. And it's unfortunate, but what's dope is that we all got on the phone. We talked for about 35 minutes.
You that don't care.
You don't care about the piece about it?
At what point? So you saying someone approached you, and this is the third time y'all been having this argument. What was y'all arguing about?
Comments that I was making on my show, on my news.
Oh, you got a show?
I'm on the news now. I'm a news anchor.
People online started speculating about why Diddy's sons were so mad. Some thought it was just about loyalty to their dad. Others wondered if there was more to the story. The streets were talking, and they had some wild theories. Things got even more intense when allegations about laced items in Diddy's case started circulating. Suddenly, people connected the dots between Ray J's comments, the confrontation, and these new claims. It added a whole new layer to the drama. In case you missed it, there have been multiple reports in the past couple of weeks that the baby oil that the feds seized from Diddy's house wasn't just your typical bottle of baby oil, but was allegedly laced with substances like GHB. Lawyer Ariel Mitchell was one of the first to speak on this, speaking about a client she had who had a bad experience with Diddy's baby oil. The client claimed that Diddy allegedly spiked her drink, but she stopped after one sip. Diddy then allegedly proceeded to threaten her with a knife, forcing her to take her clothes off, and then he squirted some baby oil on her until she was covered in the oil. Once she was covered in it, Diddy allegedly started to attack and SA her. The victim claimed that the oil that was squirted on her made her body limp, and she soon figured out that the oil must have been spiked with some sort of substance.
There is a part where Mr. Combs is threatening her with a knife and makes her take off her clothes. And then he takes what she believes is some type of liquid substance out of a bag, out of a fanny pack to be specific. And he squirts it at her. And she originally thought it was like acid or something. But then she realized that it was some type of lubricant or oil. She actually didn't specify even baby oil. She just said he just started squirting it at her, squirting it all over her body. And then that's when, after she was covered in this oil, that's when the attack began with Mr. Combs and then the friend. And then in between the two of them, she was squirted some more with this oil. And then the bodyguard then attacked her and raped her as well. But she said over the course of this, her body got more and more limp, and she couldn't figure out essentially what was causing it, because it wasn't as if she was forced any drugs. She said she had a cup of water that she took a sip of, and she knew immediately it wasn't just water, but she only took a sip. And she felt that whatever the liquid was being squirted on her had something in it, which essentially debilitated her and her faculties.
Ariel then went on to claim that she believed that the oil had been spiked with a substance like GHB, which lowered her defenses.
That's what I was going to ask you. I mean, because in the complaint, the Fed's complaint, they talk about all of those bottles of body oil. So we knew there was a lot of lubricant, but do you have any idea what may have been in it? Is there something that could have been in it that would have made it so she couldn't move?
So I've done some internal research after I had my intake with my client, and it seems that oil in general is used as a conduit for specific, like for instance, GHB. So in order to get that to topically take into somebody's body, you need a conduit, which is typically oil. So it seems to me that there were some types of drugs mixed into the oil, which is why he was dousing her in that oil prior, not only to make it easier to assault her, but...
Yeah, this is a lot, but the streets are saying that Ray J probably knows something else about Diddy that he hasn't exposed yet, and that there's a chance that the real reason that the Combs' boys tried to jump Ray J was to warn him to keep his mouth shut, because y'all know that Ray J kinda has loose lips and isn't exactly known for being good at keeping secrets. Fans commented, so let me get this straight. 3 problematic sons, after Diddy news, Def shouldn't be invited to any parties. Got into it with another problematic person, Ray J, that was broken up by the super saiyan of problematic people, Chris Brown. This party had a bunch of losers and reality rejects there. If you want to know why Diddy's sons is mad with Ray J, it's because he said the Diddy allegations is no laughing matter. And, oh, they mad because Ray J been going on the news saying how bad Diddy is. This is a mess, but y'all drop your thoughts about this in the comments and then check out this next video.